You win.
Happy Jack coming out of this gate too here. I'm going with Happy Jack.
Wow, that's the biggest pot of the night. Andrew calls 100. Might be a straddle, I think. It's possible. Fold from Dylan. Peach Kings once again. Bumps up 400 to go. Jake lets some cards go. Folds around the board. Happy King, Queen, 9-8, 3 clubs. Thinking it over.
Going to come along. Andrew will make the call.
Nut clubs. Not many clubs left in that deck, though. Going to be hard to find 3.
Ace, deuce, 8, all spades, 2 pair, and a set for Andrew. He'll play.
Okay, so we have an interesting spot brewing. Peach does have the king of spades, so he can rep that flush if he wants the nut flush. Happy, nothing, he gets out of the way. Andrew has a set, but it's a pretty shitty set because he blocks his vote outs. He has an ace and an 8 in his hand as well.
Yeah.
Way less likely to hit this full house, and as you can see, well, no, his equity is good because he's up against a bluff, but still. Queen of spades on the turn, actually a good card for Andrew because now it's less likely his opponent is going to have a flush. Possible Peach has queens, then you have a higher set, but when he bets again, this is actually a good card for Andrew. Less likely his opponent has a flush. More spades dead. Peach continuing to tell his story. Hey, I've got that nut flush. Should let this one go. Andrew does call once again. Not many pair outs on the river. Let's see if he boats. And he doesn't. Set deuces is the strongest hand here, but Peach has told the story once. He's told the story twice.
All in.
All you can eat here on the river. And now Andrew is in a rough spot with a set of deuces. His opponent either has a strong flush, probably the king high flush, maybe the jack high flush, or he's full of it. But would he go for 3 streets with just the king of spades? Or is this a value bet that he needs to let it go? It kind of sucks he doesn't have a spade in his hand. He definitely would prefer that. Of course, if Peach had kings with the flush, he'd be going 3 times for value. He's got to decide. Does he think that Peach is the kind of guy that would just take bare kings, triple this off, or should he let it go? He's thinking it over. Tough spot. What do you think, chat? 1, if he should fold. 2, if he should call. Of course, we know he should call. But what would you do if you didn't know Peach's hand? What would you do if you didn't know what your opponent had? It's a tough spot. It'd be so much nicer if he had a spade in his hand. Block those flushes. But nope, he's just got that set. A lot of spades out there. And he says, oh man. Oh man, indeed.
We are in the tank here, it seems, on the river.
We have an all in. We have a bluff ski. Peach sweating it out.
Those are a lot of chips.
This is a tough spot.
Yeah, Peach with the king of spades. I'm sure you already mentioned that. A crucial card to have in this situation, applying max pressure. Nut blocker.
Can he reason this out, sniff out the bluff, and make the call?
And he also loses. Oh, here he goes.
Reaching for chips.
He also loses to the meaningless 3-4 in Peach's hand.
Peach will never have 3-4.
That's why I say meaningless.
True.
But the fact that Andrew doesn't have a spade in his hand
hurts him, for sure.
Hurts him big time. He makes the call. Good call.
Great call. Andrew playing very, very well today.
I'm playing hot cards this entire time. Just now, ace queen.
Ned Weisman.
As always, thank you to Sharon.
Who's Ned? Is Ned
Barth.
a father of Dylan? Dylan equals fire.
900.
Shout out to Ned.
Queen of hearts. Oh, I didn't block any of like the middle ground.
900, yeah.
Yeah, but queen of hearts.
Andrew there, I believe, just calls. Josh raises to 900 here. We're going to go heads up to a flop. 10-9 deuce.
Open-ended straight draw for Andrew.
Nut flush draw as well, so he's
And
got
an
plenty.
open-ender for Josh.
Plenty of draws here for Andrew. Currently behind the pair of tens of Josh, but does have the equity lead here, and he bets 1.4. Josh makes the call, so pot building, 5K in the middle. Queen. So now 2 pair for Josh, but plenty going on for Andrew. Imagine he's gonna fire again. As we see that $5 super chat from the poker traveler, Seti Trevino himself. What's up, Seti?
Hello, Seti. Thank you.
I got your message, Seti, so I will reach out. We'll get you on a stream soon. 3K is the number from Andrew. Yes.
With the flush draw and the straight draw.
Josh might be fearful. He is blocking the straight, the nuts here, the king jack. Blocking the flush draw a little bit with a spade of his own. Blocking sets with 2 pairs, so perhaps fearful of a set of deuces or nines perhaps, but he still makes the call. So we have 11K in this pot. Here we go. Can Andrew get there? He cannot. So he's completely whiffed. I imagine Josh is just going to check. Is Andrew going to go for it here? It's going to have to be for the entire clip if he wants to win this pot. I think he's just going to wave the white flag. Looking at his chips, it's going to have to be for every last one. He does rip
all
it,
in.
putting Josh to the test.
Wow, tough spot for Josh.
Looking calm, cool, and collected is the rugged Mr. Gump. One of the largest pots of the day so far. 17K in the middle. Josh.
He does have a jack.
Yeah, I was going to say
Blocks
that.
some straights, top 2. His opponent either has king jack or jack 8. Or is bluffing. I don't think his opponent would have a hand like a set. So
Nice little zoom right
maybe
there.
he would have some higher sets because Josh isn't check calling king jack on the turn. The jack's a nice card. It's nice for him to have the jack. He's not happy he has the 7 of spades. It's what card you want your opponent to have. It's a tough spot. This is our first really tough situation, I think, for a player on the stream today. This is a difficult one. 11K out there. You're calling out 5K.
Thought Josh's face was turning green a little bit there on that zoom. Might need a barf back to table 11 here. This guy is in pain.
This is a tough one.
Props to Andrew there for looking strong, calm, and he's going to win this pot.
Yeah.
Queens for Swim and Andrew.
No queen coming out on this flop.
It's a good call.
I would hope. I hope. Queen on the flop, and I'll see you guys later. I'll be out there fixing some decks.
Yeah. Doug's going to be on the podcast. Talking
Scandal at the lodge.
5 queens? Question mark?
You know, that happened to me on a High Six Poker show.
Really?
They had 2 queen of clubs on the flop.
Yeah.
On one of the Poker Go
A
shows.
couple years ago, huh?
Yeah.
It happened to me here in Austin at another place.
Why were you there, Rick?
This was before I started.
He's not loyal to the lodge.
This was before the lodge
Oh.
was even open.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Rick probably the most loyal person.
But 2
ever.
king of spades on the flop.
Big pot brewing. Ace, king, 10, 3 double suited for Dylan. He's going to
3-bet it.
3-bet. And oh boy, what a great spot. 2 people have queens. Happy is in there as well. Gonna gamble, I think.
Poker Chat Pro, that's a good one, buddy.
Does gamble it up, makes the call. All right, 3-way flop.
Double suited
6.6
cards for
here. Let's
Dylan.
see.
All right, we've got diamonds for Happy and nothing for anyone else. I mean, we got a gutter ball for Dylan. We got just queens for Swim.
Jump ball, whoever wants it, perhaps.
Not many people have kinds of hands that want to bet. Dylan doesn't block any of the high flush draws or any of the flush draws, so he doesn't like betting. And then Swim doesn't have a diamond. Well, he has a diamond, but he has showdown. He doesn't like betting. And then Happy, if he bets and gets jammed, it's a disaster for a low flush draw. So he doesn't like betting. I think people are really just going to slow it down.
Happy picks up 7 here. Got some straight potential.
Does it make sense to start betting now in Dylan's shoes? Trap the flop with a bunch of hands. No one has shown strength. I'm just going to check it once
See one
again.
of these two gentlemen firing in some money here. Let's see if Happy wants to bet his draws.
This is a big pot.
13.1 behind, 6.6 in the middle. Treading lightly, checks. To the river we go.
5. Ace-3 for Dylan. He makes the wheel.
Wheel.
Finally catching some cards.
Finally?
Check.
My God.
Traps it. Plenty of higher straights out there.
Check.
And is Happy going to want to go for this? It's a very tempting spot, right? You have a 6.
35.
Goes for it.
He does.
500.
Don't think it's going to work, though. Dylan has the 3rd nut straight. It's a pretty small bet.
Yeah, don't see Dylan folding here at all. Still has to worry about Swim a little bit, but the way the action went, he lays it down.
Oh, my
Gets
God.
through, really, on the button, giving Happy credit.
Wow, nicely played.
And he's got no excuses
Raise to 300.
in that game. Says he doesn't know PLO, but he knows Hold'em pretty well.
Call.
Boots comes along.
Fold. Fold.
Ace queen with
Calls 300.
4s.
Call.
And we're going to go 4 waves to a flop.
Players.
Queen 10-5.
Check.
Got some top pairs. All around, ace-queen for 3 players. Except for Josh. Poor Josh.
100.
His hand's looking a little light, and so is his beer.
Call. Fold. Call.
A bet and 2 calls. We're taking a 3-way turn. Man, these hands are so similar.
Players.
5 on the turn.
Check.
Brick for most. Boots does pick up the nut flush draw, though. Sorry, this is a pairing card on the turn. And that's the kind of commentary you can count on here at the Lodge. Thank you for tuning in today. Only the best for you good people in the chat.
1,300. Fold.
Bet 1.3K. Happy is going nowhere. And he's actually going to be pretty happy about this result if there's no spade. And there's not. This is a chop pot.
Ace queen for both players.
Unless somebody fires at this.
It would be a weird hand for Boots to bet. I don't think you're going to see it.
Pot.
50.
The man says pot.
That's the Boots we know and love.
That is a $6,200 bet, folks. And Happy here thinking about it. Oh, it says 5.3. Thought I heard pot. Whatever it is, it's a large bet from Boots, and here Happy in the blender on the river. I can't imagine he's going to make this call, but to his credit, he's thinking about it.
If he does decide to call, he's going to be pretty thrilled that he's getting half this pot back. I really wonder what Boots is thinking here. Just get him off a chop, get him off queen 10, get him off a 5. All the draws bricked.
He folds.
Wow, well played.
Tom, how did you get in touch with Dylan? How did that process work out, Doug?
We had some mutual friends. I first met Dylan through Joe Ingram.
Heard of him before, yes.
Yeah, you might have heard of him. Dylan, another double paired hand, Jack, 6-6. His second double paired hand already on the stream. And we got a lot of cards, guys. I'm not even going to bother.
Queens here for Swim.
Deuce, deuce, 9.
Nobody with a deuce.
And that, it has to be somewhat difficult because we have half the deck out.
Yeah.
Checks around. 7 of club. Anybody with some club draws here?
Peach,
with
nut
the
flush
draw.
draw.
Board is paired,
Swim
though.
second, third nut flush draw.
And the
Who's
queen.
going to take us? I think whoever takes a stab here first will win. Swim with the queens, going to bet.
He's also got clubs, too.
Dylan thinking about it with the double paired hand. It's going to let it go.
Yeah, I've joined some streams with Dylan and Andrew.
Pot. Oh, we have a pot here from
Jake.
Jake with
With-
just a 9.
Wow.
Oh my God, he's picking the perfect spot. Incredible.
And he's not even a PLO player. He says, yeah, I'll try it out.
Oh, Swim can't be happy now. If he's up against a boat, he's drawing to just a queen. If he's up against a deuce, it's also bad, but he does have his clubs as well. Very difficult spot here for Swim.
Laying it down.
Lays it down.
Incredible move from Jake.
Happy starting to stack chips pretty high there. Were you ever one for stacking the chips that high, Doug? You like to keep them neat, organized, 20 stacks?
More of a 20 stacks guy, but once in a while when you got towers, it is kind of nice.
Folds, you're welcome. Falls 200. Up. Don't do it, man. Not gonna take that? 11.
That was very confident.
Ace
I'm
King,
more confident than you, most likely.
multiple players here. Happy with queens.
100.
Happy starting to heat up here.
Although, when you snap with it, it's like very obvious you have the other.
Double suited for Jake.
How much?
1100 total. Too much.
And he raises it on up.
We got 'em both.
Happy announces gamble, makes the call.
Much. I'm really hoping this one doesn't show up on the card reader.
Tight fold there from Peach. Heads up to a flop. Jake and Happy.
7-7 tray.
Not the flop that Jake wanted to see. 3 bets this pot pre.
100.
I don't think either one of them wanted to see this pot, but it is what it is, or this flop, but it is what it is. And now we're going to see what happens from here. Happy just make the call with just the queens. Got to navigate some turns. Jack. Gutter now for Jake, but not one you're too thrilled about.
Jake slows down, goes check, check.
Ooh.
That's a good river card for Happy, but I don't think he's going to get any action here. Flush comes through, board paired. Jake thinking about it, but after, checking turn, going to lead the river, and this is danger Will Robinson for him.
2,500.
$2,500 he'll never get back.
Happy.
Race.
Raises it on up to the pot.
An insta jam there.
7,000.
A little posturing here.
Pays it down.
I was so upset that I folded.
I saw Perkins was back in Miami at 11 last night, posting on Instagram, by the way.
Oh,
He had such a good time, he had to go back.
We're running up.
very interesting. Very loud in there.
Super loud.
Not a big fan of loud places. I like
Libraries.
comfortable, quiet places, preferably beige.
When's the last time you've been at a library?
Don't read books, Skull, unfortunately. All right, got aces on ace queen 4. I bought some books people recommended, and I was all happy. And I think he posted, I got some books, right? And I started reading them, and I was like, wait,
Why do you don't need to go to the library for
I
books.
don't read books.
Can't you go to the library
A lot of
to
words in
get
them.
on the computer, type in Upswim Poker, learn, in a quiet place, and run some Sims?
Yeah,
You don't
I've
need an office
definitely
for
done Sims. The thing about books, too many words, not enough.
Vote now for Happy.
Ace is full. Plenty of boats going on for Happy. Rick doesn't read books either, only the ones with pictures in them.
I have a hard time reading in general. Books, people.
Live reads don't exist.
I never said that. That's a mischaracterization I've had to live with all my life. All I said was, I don't use them, and I think they're greatly exaggerated. That's all I said. Let the records show. All right, top boat for Happy.
Let us know in the chat who you got
Oh.
for that derby. Derby about to go off.
Oh, Happy.
12,900.
Happy 3K.
You win. All in.
Happy Jack coming out of this gate too here. I'm going with Happy Jack.
Wow, that's the biggest pot of the night. Wow.
40,000. Happy gets paid there.